Sheikh, the Sinai Peninsula, Egypt. Swanwick Dive Club are here to explore the reefs and wrecks of the northern Red Sea. The Marina hustles and bustles with life. The party includes 4 divers who have come to dive the Thistlegorm for the first time.
Thistlegorm is one of the top 10 dives in the whole world. Absolutely beautiful wreck, amazing marine life, and fantastic to see.
I've wanted to dive the Thistlegorm ever since I learned to scuba dive.
So I've wanted to dive the Thistlegorm since about 2018 when I originally booked a trip to the Red Sea but wasn't able to come.
I've wanted to dive the Thistlegorm for the last 5-7 years.
When I was training, one of my first objectives after getting my open water was to get my advanced and wreck diver so I could dive the Thistlegorm with more confidence.
I didn't know a lot about the Thistlegorm wreck before I came. I knew it was a big wreck, a spectacular wreck, one of the top wreck sizes in the world, but that's about all I knew about the Thistlegorm.
Home for the next week will be the dive boat Eriny, one of the newest in the fleet. Our trip starts on a nearby coral reef. The waters and coral teem with life. Giant eels lurk among the coral. Some are huge. Napoleon wrasse cruise the reefs. Some of the fish we encountered are just plain weird, like this pufferfish and crocodile fish. Blue spotted stingrays search the sand looking for dinner. Red Sea bannerfish, clownfish, butterfly fish, all splash colour on the reefs. Huge schools of glassfish hide among the corals, and when there are glassfish, you find their predators, lionfish. They cruise the reefs, keeping enemies at bay with venomous spines. Green turtles cruise the reefs, munching corals. And if you're lucky, you might have a close encounter with one. Between dives, our team relaxes on deck. The Red Sea is a busy maritime highway linking Europe to the Far East via the Suez Canal. Its reefs have claimed countless wrecks. The Barge, Yolanda, and Kingston wrecks are all popular with divers. They teem with life, but what our divers really want to see is the Thistlegorm. The Thistlegorm sank in 1941 after being hit by a German bomber. A massive explosion blew her apart, and now she lies at about 30 metres. Her holds are filled with motorbikes, rifles and trucks. Our dive guide Redder leads the way. We drop down the shot line.
When you're diving the Thistlegorm, there's different elements. So you've got the bow and the mid structure that's sitting on the seabed, virtually intact or is intact, and you can recognise all elements of that area of the wreck. You've then got the catastrophic area of the explosion, and the plates of there's plate sheeting that's just rolled back like a Coca-Cola can, and as you go towards the stern of the wreck, you've got the stern that is effectively twisted 45 degrees.
A steam engine lies on the seabed, having been blown off the decks by the terrific force of the blast. Ammunition can still be found on the wreck. We slip into the holds and are enveloped by darkness. Our eyes adjust to the gloom. Our torchlights penetrate the dark and outline the wreckage. The rasp of our regulators cuts through the silence. But as we swim through the wreck, it's hard not to think of the sailors who lost their lives when she went down. We swim through the captain's cabin. You can still see his bath. The top deck of the Thistlegorm is a haven for sea life.
Diving the Thistlegorm was definitely one of the, if not the best experience I have had in diving.
The Thistlegorm fundamentally is a fantastic wreck and one of the greatest experiences I've dived.
Diving the wreck was absolutely spectacular. Our first dive, we went around the outside of the wreck and got to know the perimeter.
The wreck was absolutely fantastic. It's great diving on the outside of the wreck, in penetration dives and on night dives too.
And I really enjoyed diving it at night as well and seeing some of the lionfish hunting and big moray eels hunting as well.
Diving on her is like stepping back in time. This has been an extraordinary trip. We have seen some incredible sights, but with so much to see, there's plenty more to explore.